Pain is symptomatic of life. There's something there. Son of a bitch. 3, 2, 1. Contact. Or Siete. He got chewed up by, oh, we can figure, was probably a raccoon. Look at that. Look at that. He's under, no, he's older than me now. But he still wants out at night. And it's like, what can we do about that? He's angry. He's screaming for a love bite. He's hell-bent on vengeance. He's screaming for it. And, something about bit his ear off. And you know what? I don't notice the cats in the neighborhood anymore. And there was a large raccoon spotted right on our back porch by the step a few nights ago, like the night it happened. I was like, oh my gosh. And it's like, it's painful, isn't it? Why? I can tell you. It's because you, like us, have something called I believe it's a Tangis Niger. It's a place in the brain that produces dopamines, and it does away with some of the pain here. I'm gonna let him go. Thank you, Siete. Oh, he's got his mouth wide open, screaming at me now. He loves me as a friend. That's all he is. He's only been my friend. Let me see what I can do here. Siete? Siete? So, what I'm saying is, oh, and there's Gabby, the other cat, standing at the door telling him to get the hell out of it. He just wants in. Gabby. Yeah. There, he's in. He's healing up pretty well. The stepfather wants us to take him to bed. I'm like, out of your mind? I don't even go to the doctor. That might have been a scratch from him after the raccoon. If that raccoon had something that spread to him, and then he did that to me, it's only been a few days, it's healed up, scabs come off, and mostly. But if he got it, then I got it too. So why bother taking the cat to the vet? When I start showing symptoms, then we'll think about it. But I'm the experimental factor right here. This is a quasi-experimental. I've always been quasi-experimental. But, so the body has that Tangis Niger, I'm saying, that produces dopamine releases in the system. And as long as everything's going right, we feel fine. We're feeling all right. You get bit by something, and well, maybe the body knows not to give you too much dopamine to where you can't go to work. You know, if you get too much dopamine, you're just going to lay in bed for weeks on it going, I think I'm all right. And your body's falling apart at that point, weak. You know, you get up, like Tiny Tim He was probably just a lazy kid that after 4 years of laying in bed, he got up and said, God damn us, everyone. You know, had his legs all screwed up. Too bad I can't show you my legs. My penis might get in the way. Just kidding. I've got pants on. So, what does that tell us? It tells us something else. During a time when I was on the radio, right there near the end, I was like, I'm running out of stories. I really felt like I was running out of stories. And Nolan's Victoria, she says, you're not running out of stories. And I said, I don't know. I got a lot of them since I left. But what I realized, well, you know, that's why you listen to the radio in a metropolitan area. You got some guy, and he's just It's because they make them work too many days a week, too many hours a day. They don't even have any time to think about what they're going to do with their show. They're just down to the half-assed, you know, whatever you can get. Their stories are used up. It goes fast if you go too fast. Too many days a week. Pay me $12 an hour and let me work 48 in about 2 days, and then I can take another job and make up the rest of my bills, something like that, you know. But as it turns out, I wasn't out of stories, because I go to this. In my classes at the time, we were talking about, you know, the Tangis Niger, and we're talking about the effects of drugs on the body, and how cocaine, it has so much dopamine into it, that it's through your body, and the Tangis Niger is sitting there. I'm sure I got that name wrong, but you can, if you know what I'm talking about, you got it. Otherwise, figure it out. It doesn't have to pump anything out anymore. And so they found in coke addicts, those that went into a catalepsy, they lost it. This use it or lose it system. They were getting enough from externally, same way with enzymes and vegetarians and meat, and well, you don't produce those enzymes anymore. It's like the COVID antibody. It only lasts for about 2 weeks. Then you gotta go through it again. But, damn cigarette went out. So use it or lose it system, just like with neuroplasticity and everything. You get it at a young age and you'll be all right. That brain damage. Later on, you don't have as much to work with. So what does that tell me? When these guys that have been coke addicts and they go into a state of catalepsy, when they can't get their coke, they're already shaking. But the damn thing's shriveled up. It can't give you that dopamine anymore. You've been bringing it from another girl, you know. It's turned its back on you. And it's just like, And these are losing. What it tells me is that the way we're designed, or born or evolved, however, not necessarily in that order, but there's something about life. We call it an anomaly. We keep trying to find out how it started, and nobody can seem to find that, as far as I know. It's a freak of nature. But because it's such a freak, it hurts. Our body naturally has a mechanism to make us feel better. And, you know, it's just a simple thing. Pain is symptomatic of life. If you hurt, What did you expect? You don't remember where you came from, for the most part. Don't we all crawl up out of the void?